Hello. Hi there. It's 12:30 on Thursday. So we are having our Facebook Live. Yay! It is the Ounce of Prevention Live edition. And what that is my weekly blog called Ounce of Prevention, Insights to Keep the Pounds Away. And you can find that on my website, stephaniefinemd.com. And it could be, if you sign up, it could be sent to your inbox. And then here I love to interact with you and to get a little deeper because I like to keep the Ounce of Prevention short so you can read it and get what you need out of it and then move along. And here we can explore a couple topics that I can go a little deeper in. So that's what we're here for. So I'm Dr. Stephanie Fine. And I've been helping people lose weight and keep it off for almost 20 years, which I cannot believe I can say that. And today we are talking about the weight loss superpower. And I truly believe it's a superpower. And if you actually see the Ounce of Prevention on my website, it has the cutest picture of these two little boys in superhero outfits. I just thought that worked out so perfectly because I do think of it as a superpower for weight loss. Now, is it the sexiest topic? Probably not. You know, people, like a lot of places, I'm just getting on here to see if I can see you guys. So that's what I'm doing. I apologize for doing it. I wish there was another way for me to do this. Okay, so the reason it's a superpower is it is the time that you put on your big girl or big boy pants. And that's what's needed to lose weight and really keep it off, right? The sexy stuff is the recipes and the, let's keto and for 30 days we'll do this. But what my passion for everyone is to keep the weight off, lose it in a way that you will learn the techniques for yourself because it's different for every single person, and you'll keep it off forever. Gaining weight and losing it and gaining it, it's a waste of time and money. It's so frustrating. It's not great for your body. Honestly, I worked with someone who he would say, pick one. Just pick heavy or ideal or, whatever, but just pick one because going back and forth is not the way to do it. So maintaining weight loss is the most important thing. And the place you start with that is the superpower, and it is acceptance. It's acceptance. It's accepting a bunch of things. One, where you are right now. Now that could be a bummer, right? You could have 10 pounds and it could be very frustrating for you. So it's not the number of pounds. It's just that you're in a place that you'd rather not be. That's really what we're talking about. Accepting it and is the beginning of this point, and this is the main thing, is then taking responsibility for where you are. So a lot of times we'll get caught up in the, I wish I wasn't, why did I do that to myself again, all that piece, but that doesn't help you move forward. It sticks you in a terrible spiral that it feels cruddy, and it does not move you forward. So we have to get to the place, that's actually the trick, right, is to get out of that spiral. So to stop with the blame, it's actually, for some people, it's slightly more comfortable, right? Because you don't actually have to do anything when you're in that. You just say, woe is me, and what usually happens then is more eating. So acceptance is the beginning of getting yourself out of that spiral and taking responsibility for where you are. I'm not saying blaming and shaming and all that sort of stuff. In fact, what needs to happen there is a little forgiveness. You say, I realize where I am. It's okay. I can see what got me here, because usually if you do look, there's very good reasons. An illness, a job thing, something with your kids, like something happened that was enough to derail you that food took way back burner. So things happen. And now we're at this point, and enough happened that you became ready to start thinking about this. And then we can go with the acceptance route. And with the acceptance comes, I accept what is happening now. So does that mean I no longer cook food at home because XYZ reasons? That will lead more to weight gain. So you can start examining where you are in your life and looking at what contributed to where you are. That's what I mean by acceptance. It's taking ownership, it's taking responsibility for what's going on right now, looking really clearly at what's going on, and then, only then can you make changes. When you say, I see what's going on. All I need to do is switch this. Or if I change my schedule, I can walk in the morning, or whatever it is. But if you're not looking at life the way it really is, then you can't even make those changes. Now, what's scary about that, we're not going to go into that a lot today. I'm happy to do it on another time, is you may look at your life and know that there's something bigger wrong. Like the job you're in is not working for you anymore. The relationship is not working for you anymore. The place you live is not working for you anymore. That's what this journey of weight loss can show you. And it's shocking for a lot of people. But when you're looking at it like that, do you know, big picture, responsibility, this is my life, how do I want to live it? Those are the questions that need to be answered. It's really exciting and important and needed, because I don't want you spinning in this spiral. It feels terrible. It doesn't do anything for you. I want you moving forward so you can be doing and living the way you want to live. That's the goal. And then honestly, if you're living the way you want to live, you can maintain your weight. So it's a win-win-win all the way, but we have to get to the acceptance piece. So this is the second part I wanted to discuss that wasn't in the blog. Acceptance is a process. It's not necessarily a decision. Now, sometimes it can be a decision. You know, like I see that, like you in a flash, you can see what's going on, and then you can make your decisions based on that. Often it's a process. And this is where patience and forgiveness comes in, that we're starting to accept, and you accept sort of little by little. An example that's easy to see about this is like the illness or death of a parent, where especially with death, obviously that happened, but coming to that place where you can really accept all that takes a while. You can't rush that. I mean, there's grieving. There's often grieving with acceptance, any kind of acceptance. And we can see with something big like the passing of a parent that there is that, you could see how there's time. Well, that's the same for almost all of the acceptances and responsibility taking. So there's a lot of patience and forgiveness in there. And that's why it's my very favorite. It's my very favorite topic, and you'll see it come up over and over again because this work cannot be done without it. And I will happily remind you about it and looking at reality, because that's where we need to live in order to be able to change things we want to change and keep them changed. So that's acceptance, and that's why it's a superpower. And you can do it. And you can do it for, little, it also happens in little, like micro versions. I finally accept my car is too messy. I can't take it anymore. I lost that, parking ticket one too many times. You see in a flash that it's because your car is a mess, and then you decide to clean it up. You pick a time and these are teeny examples of acceptance, but they translate into being able to do it for the bigger things. So if there's anything in your day you can look at and see it's not working, accept that it's not working, and then figure out why, you're a superstar. You're a superhero, I should say. Like those sweet kids. And if you read The Ounce of Prevention, my heart is just broken about my children growing up. So that's where this part came from. Who can relate? Can anyone out there relate? But that's what happens, right? Time marches on. I love you. I think you're amazing. And if any of this is sinking in, you're triply amazing, because this is hard stuff. Needed and necessary, but really great. So that's the Ounce of Prevention Facebook Live for today. I'm interested in hearing back from you. If you would post any feedback, I would love it. Length of time, time of day, anything, I'm happy to hear. Also, I would love it if you would join the closed Facebook group. And the way you can do that is go to planforpossible.com, planforpossible.com, and you can join right there. I will see you next week, 12:30 on a Thursday, and have a really good one. Bye-bye.